Hi guys, I have updated my LED IoT strip with two new features. Like one of them is using DDNS, so I can control my LED strip from anywhere in the world. And the second thing is using a token, which is a random string that should be on both sides, and this somehow secures this LED strip. So if the string matches, the command works, and if it doesn't, the send command is ignored. So it's as simple as that. So I have added this tiny little switch into my app that says that it has DDNS. But as long as I am at home, I don't have to use it. So in that case, I'm using only my local IP address. So let me just turn on this LED strip. Now it is red. Now it's gonna be green. And now it's gonna be blue. So as far as you're at home, you don't have to use DDNS. Let me just turn it off. So that's why, as you can see, this is a code snippet of my Android app, and I am using multiple variables like this local IP that is hard-coded, so you have to update it according to your own local IP address. Then this DDNS address, which is also custom. In my case, it's this one, but I'm hosting there my humidity sensor. So it means that you can use one DDNS address with different multiple ports, and you can host multiple servers on one DDNS. And the only difference is that I'm using a different port. So in this case, in this example, I'm using this 9999 port, which is for the DDNS, but locally I have this local port 80. So it's this port on this IP address. So a browser uses default port 80, and it loaded this plain text, this string, which is from this LED strip. So currently, this LED strip is hosted in this case. Here's my STM32 and my ESP8266 in this case. So that's more or less the whole change in this Android app. As you can see, you can scroll down and check the difference. Like when I'm sending a request or a command to my server, I just check if the DDNS switch is checked or not. Based on that, I load the proper IP and port and send a command. And the protocol has changed a bit. So I'm sending it as a command separated by a semicolon. Then I'm attaching a token, and then the end of line, the line feed character. So it's as simple as that. Here's a screenshot of my Android app, and here's a short tutorial how you can set up your own DDNS. In my case, I'm using noip.com, where I've created my own free URL. and then you need to pass the credentials to your router, and then you should set a static IP address of your IoT device so it won't change anymore, and then you just need to create and add a new port forwarding rule. So this is a port forwarding rule for my IoT humidity sensor. So as I shown you, this is it. But in this case, there would be a port 9999 on the external port, but it should be forwarded to port 80 as it is configured in my STM32 code. So the local port is still 80 on my local area network IP. So you can use the same URL on your DDNS, but if you are using different ports, you can host multiple IoT devices on your local area network using the same DDNS URL. So this is the STM32 code. So you just need to also hard code your credentials on your STM32, and then use the same token. By the way, this is a made-up token. I'm using a different one, but as you can see, it's quite a long one. And this way, the command is only accepted if the token totally matches. So I have also shortened this boot up sequence. This is the old one, but I will update it later. But this message handler ignores the message if the token doesn't match, but if there's this set LED RGB command, and also if the received packet contains the token, then only then it is accepted. So you can still send a GET request as this. So you can easily check whether or not your IoT LED strip works on your local area network. But if you want to change the LED light, then you need to have both the command and the token correct. So that's all for today's video. And now let me show you the demo where I've been testing it outside. So I was standing in front of my flat, and in this case I was using the DDNS. As you can see, the switch is on, and in my window there was a LED strip. So as you can see, I was connected to a Wi-Fi that was right behind me. There was a shop. There was a bar with free Wi-Fi, so I was quite far from my flat, but as you can see, I'm using DDNS and it totally works. So if in this video I will also turn off the DDNS, so it will be a proof that it's on a different hotspot. So in this case, as you can see, there was exception because the local IP wasn't reachable, but as long as I keep the DDNS switch on, it totally works. So it doesn't matter whether you are on a mobile network or if you are using an open Wi-Fi, it works. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something. So see you next time. Bye.